So once again, greetings every single person. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're tuning in from. We are here to share information that we feel is critical in today's day and age, right? We are looking at this article from Forbes, and some of you might know these faces, but this is one of the top investors in the world. His story is all online. You can go, read more on him. They have everything here. They call him Mayoshi Son, right? He's the CEO of SoftBank, right? And then you have the guy behind OpenAI, ChatGPT, Sam right here. Then you have Oracle, one of the leading IT technology software companies in the world for many, many years, right? And then you have the commander in chief himself, the big man who's making all the big decisions for the US that affects the entire world, as you guys can see, right? So these guys are here and they are all focused, right, on AI. You see, in today's world, you have seen the news, you've heard it all. AI is replacing people's jobs. AI is doing this. AI is disrupting everything traditional businesses used to do. But, Winston Churchill said something very, very important. He said, in the midst of crisis, always lies opportunity. You see, you can look at things on a negative side, but some of us, we choose to be realist, but optimistic in our decision making. And so we started to hunt. We said, look, if AI is the push where countries, governments are putting billions and trillions, what can we find? Right in this crypto space that can serve us properly, that is utilizing AI, where we wouldn't have to do all the manual labor, just the same way AI is helping all these companies advance, that they don't need the manual labor of the employees anymore, right? They're able to disregard employees and just switch over to AI systems. What can we use in this crypto space? And in that search, we came across a few articles. I have a great team behind me. These are, other people that are in this space that have wealth of experience that, are also looking for the right opportunities. You need to find your tribe, people like-minded like yourself. And I'm glad that all 22 of us on this call, we share the same concept, right? We share the same level of mindset. And because of that, we are able to appreciate what this company is going to offer, right? So this company is called AIFEEX or AIFEEX, right? They launched November 15th of 2024, and they have a few things that they bring to the table, folks. They are in the market and they came up with their AI driven smart investment products, right? Yes, this is a company that has real products and services that they offer, right? They have their own AI model that they built and developed, right? That use machine learning and everything else that you can find within OpenAI or ChatGPT. And their first product that they brought to the masses is their AI fund investment products that users globally around the world are able to use. Now, this got me excited, right? This got me very, very excited. And I believe the next thing we look out here is some information about the company, right? It's very important to just go through some quick information. Now, these guys decided to register their technology company in the US in New York. So that is a good thing to have. We know that, US is kind of strict when it comes to compliance. So it takes companies that are bold and brave to actually build their groundwork, their framework within the US. And these guys have done that. Can we check? Yes, they have all their data right here on the New York government website. And I'll pass this on in the group so everyone can look and also do their own research, right? So that's something interesting. The next is they went ahead and filed their Form D with the SEC. Briefly, what does that mean? Is it look like, hey, it's like a notice saying, hey, SEC, we understand that you guys regulate the financial market, trading market. We offer products and services within this financial space, but what we are trying to let you guys know is that we are here. This is what we are doing. And you can look at all our company information. And once you guys do, right, once you guys do, just let us know if you're doing something right, if you're doing something wrong, and then you can respond to us. But here we go with all the details, including the management, the CEO's information, and all that different things. So you can look right here. I just typed it in. I click on here and it shows up, right? This is just to help for them to be in the way that they are following compliance, right? It's not to say, they are licensed by the SEC, but this is them initiating the first step to say, hey, this is our team, this is the name of the CEO, and this the address and all the different details that come with it. And they're doing that as well. So we like that about this company, right? So then now we want to figure out, okay, now what do they offer, right? What do they really offer, and how does it benefit everyone that is in here that is looking to earn passive income today? So real briefly, we already skipped past all of this, right? Some of you that were here, you saw the video we played earlier. This company is already advertising their tech inside of different international airports around the world. They are so far in about 7 to 11 countries right now, right? In their train stations and their international airports. And there was even a promotion that went on where if you are in any of these airports and you spot this company's logo or ad being played, take a video, a live video, post it on social media, submit it inside of their own app. Yes, this company has their own AI app that you get to use for free, and we'll get to look at it when we dive into the application as well, right? So there's a lot of proof, social proof showing that they're advertising across the world in different countries. Who is the team? You have the CTO, Ford Cooper, COO, Alex Jensen, and then the CEO, Mr. Marquez, and these guys have come together. They're doing all the groundwork. They have actually started to travel the world, doing an event every month in different parts of the world to inform people about the use case of AI and how you and I today can utilize their wide range of AI applications. So we'll talk about how we make money, but briefly, we want to look at the products, right? Because in this financial space, in the passive income space, there are so many companies, right? Throughout the years, we have fallen victim, or we have fallen victim, right, to different kind of rules, different kind of companies. Some have been good, some have been bad. Some have had good management and they actually run a good business. Some were great companies with bad management, right? So there's a risk involved in this entire space. But we know when a business, when a company has tangible products that they offer, they are actually playing the long game. Because if you have products, then you can upsell your customers. And when you upsell your customers, you are providing more income, that you are providing more levels of growth and expansion. And that is specifically what we are looking to see inside of this company. They are doing exactly that, folks. I have never seen anything like this in my 4 years of being in this passive income space, right? So here, this is their premier, second premier product that they have that is live right now as we speak. You and I can go in the app and use it. We will actually show you a live example, okay? They have AI assistants. Now, if you're here and you're new to what an AI assistant is, just look at it like this, right? If you start a business, you would have a company, you need a secretary, you need somebody working in HR, you need a technical team, IT department, right? As writing up your code and building all your different stuff. You need a marketing arm, you need somebody that's doing your documents for you. Today, AI can do all of that, but you have to know how to instruct the AI specifically to create those results. And they have this AI assistant in the app that has been trained specifically to perform so far, I believe, about 9 different tasks. And they keep adding new different sections, right? So they have one for education, one for finance, one for work, health, right? Social, lifestyle, all of these different things specifically designed to be an expert in all subjects in that field. You can use this AI for free today. You just have to download the app. How do you get the app? You will need a link. This is a strictly community-based application. You will need a link from someone who already has the application. They will send it to you and you will download it. It looks just like this. You download it through the cloud, the iTunes cloud for the iPhone. It's not available in the App Store. Or you download it through the Android APK file. We have all these guides. We'll pass it on to you guys as well. So you're able to do your own research and have an easy process, right? Seamlessly, easy process, getting involved in this project and benefiting from all the different parts of it, right? So they have their AI creation, film and editing, production. I'm very, very interested in this particular because here we can use the AI assistant, for example, to write a script for an entire film, right? Maybe a children's film, a series, a book, whatever, animation, cartoons, and then you come here, put in the script, add maybe a sample video, say, hey, you see how these guys made their movie? I want you to take this entire script and make the same thing for me. AI will build the entire movie from beginning to end for you, and you do not have to be a professional video editor or TV production specialist. Can you imagine the levels of income, right, that you can create if you're not lazy and you're willing to build your own business? You can use AI today to create a multi-million-dollar company, or even just a company that pays all your bills, right? Maybe you get paid $100 per contract for whatever you're doing. You get 10 clients every month. That's $1,000 coming in. You got to use AIFEEX for free. That's what they offer, right? And they have their AI financial risk model. But this is their creme de la creme. This is why you're here. This is why somebody invited you. This is what got me interested in the first place to even dive in further. Their AI fund manager. This is, I would say high speed, high frequency, state of the art machine learning AI that trades cryptocurrencies on centralized exchanges. In fact, when you look at the trading, we get to see the live trades, folks. Yes, you heard me right. You get to see the live trades, not on the Zoom, not me just calling a CEO to open up a backend. If you download the app, you can see all these trades yourself. I'll show you exactly where to look. The AI trades going up and going down at the same time. That is genius, right? If any of you have traded before, you know the market always does not go in one direction, right? It will start to go down before it goes up. Then it comes down a little bit, even though it still wants to go up, it will come down before it goes up. So if you have an AI that is picking up trades while it's going up and while it's going down simultaneously, at every point in time, it never loses funds, right? Why? Because if you're going up and it's making profit, but you have a trade going down and you're losing, let's say, $30 while it's going down, which you're seeing that going up has made you $40 in profit, you close the loss going down and you take the gains going up. And if it does get to 50 and you close, at that point, 30 minus 50 left you with $20 in profit. And the same way, if you expect the AI to go, the trade to go down, but the market starts to go up, right? You can still take the profits going up and close your position going down because now the market is still working in your favor. And that's exactly what this AI does. It's genius. I wish I understood trading to that level and was doing this on my own. But folks, you do not have to know how to do any of this. If you can download this app, deposit crypto, choose to stake within either a 7-day contract where your funds are being locked in. You're taking that risk for 7 days. The AI will trade. Every day you make profits. Every day you can withdraw. After the 7 days, your capital returns back to you. No fees, only the profits. You pay a 5% fee every day. Same thing with the 30 days, the 90 days, and the 1 year. We'll look at all the different profit margins as well. Now, one thing that we know is that what this company does is that the AI trades for the entire fund. The fund includes their money, your money, community rewards, all of these kind of things, right? And so investors are receiving only 45% of all profits generated, VIP rewards 54%, community promotion 1%. So now your question is, well, what if I have $100, what do I make, right? I see the numbers, but I don't get it, right? So we're going to dive into that so you guys can have an idea of how you make money and the kind of profit you can expect to make with this technology, right? So here, for example, the minimum investment, as you can see, let me actually move this thing here. Okay, the minimum investment, right, is $100 in USDT. You can withdraw your profits every day. There is a 5% fee on withdrawals, and all withdrawals are instant. Guys, I have never been in, there's been many platforms, you have to wait for manual verification, company has to approve, and, email verification. And if the code never comes in, you can never withdraw text messages. And if you're in a different country, there's issues receiving text. All of that has been eradicated. There's no KYC, there's no email needed here, there's no phone number needed here. With a username and a password, anyone today can sign up and create an account, deposit their funds into their asset wallet, and then invest into any of these funds. And this is what you would earn on a daily basis, right? So let's say you did, take $100 or $200 or $500, right? or $1,000, for example, right? You would earn 0.45% a day, right? Let me erase that. Give me 1 second. So you would earn 0.45% a day. This is your net income as an investor. Every single day as an investor, you will be earning 0.45% if you choose the 1 week contract, right? So for 7 days, your crypto is locked in. This presents the least risk and also the least reward according to these contracts. Now, someone says, well, I really want to make more. I'm not here to play games. I want to know how can I multiply my crypto in the fastest way possible. You can also choose the 30-day contract. You earn 0.59% a day, right? Interesting, right? Then you can say, well, okay, that's interesting. Well, can I make more, right? Yes, you can. So you choose the 90-day contract, right? And your net income as an investor is 0.72% every single day. Come on, guys. This is getting really, really, really delicious, right? I like these kind of numbers. Then if you look at the annual contract, which is the creme de la creme, majority of investors in our team, I'll say about 85 to 90% of the people in our team have chosen and selected this as your best preference. Here you make the most. You earn 0.9% every single day. 0.9% every single day. So let's run these numbers real quick, right? So that means on the weekly contract, right? An individual that decides to stake their crypto for that period of time, you're earning 0.45% a day. That will add up to, if you were to calculate based on percentages a month, you would have 13% a month in return, right? So this is not bad, guys. You're still beating the stock market. You're still beating the S&P 500. You're still beating even what some traders who are very highly qualified in trade would make in a month, right? And you're doing this from the palm of your hands on your phone with no trading experience. Why? Because you decided to be smart and use AI in a world where everything is changing and the demand for AI is growing, okay? So now at 0.59%, now you're looking at accumulating 17.7% a month. So these are the options, folks. You choose the numbers that make sense to you based on your budget and your risk level. But here you will make these profits on a daily, religiously. All you have to do is come in and withdraw every single day when you make your profits. We encourage that you do that every single day. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, okay? So now if you chose the 90-day contract, right, you're putting yourself in position to actually make more, right? When we say more, you're looking at 21.6, right? 21.6% every single day. 21.6, sorry, every month, 21.6% a month. Guys, that is huge, right? I don't know where you've been, but these kind of returns, trust me, there are people who are begging, right? You go around, you talk to people in real estate, they say, look, if you can give me 30% a year, I'll take that deal, right? Imagine 30% a year. And so hence there is nowhere you would go and they say, get into real estate with $500. No, what are you doing? There is no money to be made with $500, right? You got to buy properties for 50,000, 100,000, right? $1 million, right? And you can make some very decent returns if you have the capital, right? But if you have less capital, I believe this is one of the fastest ways to get yourself to that level where you can now diversify and have other sources of wealth because you have an ATM machine that is printing out these tokens like it's nobody's business, right? So now you chose the last contract, the 1 year contract, and now you're making money like the big boys, right? You're at 27% every single month, right? 27% every single month. So that means that it will take you about 111 days to make your return on investment, not 1 year, right? And this is not in on one of those package programs where you buy a package and whatever return you make includes your package, right? So your money is gone, but you just take out the profits. No, here, once the contract ends, you get back your capital without any fees on your capital. That is incredible, folks. That is very, very incredible, right? So someone with $1,000 can earn $4.50 on the low end every day, which you can withdraw every day, or $9 a day on the high end every single day, right? Same thing. If you had $5,000, you can choose. Once again, you choose. This is no one is forcing you. You have the option to choose, right? $22.50 a day, or once again, you can go on the high end and earn $45 every single day, right? And for $10,000, you can make $90 a day. $100,000 will earn you $900 a day. I have a few partners of mine that actually came in. One of them came in somewhere around 125,000, the other at 250,000. When I tell you they wake up every day and I barely hear from them, right? Why? Because the money is just hitting their accounts. They have no issues. They're just here living their lives. I believe they're either taking trips, taking care of their families, as it should be, right? You should come in, figure out where you fit and how you can grow this. But then I'm going to tell you guys, this is not the end of it, right? This company has created other ways that you can take this model and you can turn it into a business. And now you can actually scale up. Even with $100, you can find yourself making $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month. And this is all because even $1 million a month, right? It is all because of the VIP rewards. Okay. So these are your passive income profits. This is for the investor, who's just looking for a place to stash their crypto and grow it. For example, if you have one Bitcoin, it means that in 111 days, you would have doubled your Bitcoin. You can choose to use USDT and you will earn USDT every day. You can choose to invest Bitcoin and you will earn Bitcoin every day, not Bitcoin in USDT out. You put Bitcoin in, you always pull out Bitcoin. You can also choose to earn Ethereum, right? You can deposit Ethereum and every day you earn your profits in Ethereum. So this is very good. They offer that diversification for investors to grow different kind of assets inside this one company, okay? So now let's move over to the next piece, right? So now we've run these numbers. We're excited. We know that investors are making money, right? Now you have an incentive now to actually tell somebody because now you found a way to help somebody make money online, right? But many a times, personally myself, I help onboard maybe about anywhere from 500 to 1,000 people onto the Solana network to trade Solana for the first time, to trade meme coins. But I would tell you in all of my doings, I have an entire channel, almost 900 plus people. I made $0 as an incentive for sharing, right? I just did it because I really wanted to expand my reach and help enough people to learn something new, right? But had it been through AIFEEX, guys, I would have probably made millions just helping people since 2023 to trade crypto. So here, I now have a good incentive to actually help people, right? Why? Because they have something called VIP rewards. And I can show you how you can tap into this VIP rewards today. All you have to do, this is coming directly from the company. You have to at least have $100 invested into the 30-day, 90-day, 1 year contract. And you should at least refer only one person, right? If you can do that, you qualify for VIP. Well, at least the first level, right? Now, that is VIP 1. VIP one is an individual who has already invested in their AI fund and decided to share with maybe just one person or more than one person, but their entire team. So these are the people that use your link, or let's say you share with me, I shared with my friend Gideon, he shared with Michael, and Michael shared with Coach, right? All of these people still fall under your team, even though they're not direct to you. As long as our funds adds up to $3,000 or more, you become a VIP one. Now, this is where this got exciting, right? Because, I've seen different compensation plans in different companies, and, they'll offer you a 10% rebate on the first level, 5 on the second, 2% on the third, 1% going down. Folks, this goes to infinity. infinity, right? You will earn 20% on the entire daily ROI that is being produced in your organization, as long as you're the only VIP one. When I saw that, that was incredible. I was like, look, 20%. I mean, you don't have to be a genius at math, but if you can do addition, multiplication, subtraction, right? 20% of $100 is $20 a day. In 10 days, you made $200. 20% of $1,000 is $200 a day. In 10 days, you'd have made $2,000. So the minute you start to grow a team and their deposits grow in size, the percentage that they make a day, 0.9%, right, would be on this 3,000 would be $27. 20% of that is $5.40 a day, right? What if the team is now bringing in $1,000, right? That would be $200 a day. So folks, this is how I knew we have a very rewarding ecosystem that rewards the person who's actually going out there to share, right? Whether it's one person, right? Or if you want to be VIP two people. If you can share with two people, folks, from beginning to end, you can see the entire compensation plan, you would max it out. This is not a binary. This is not you need one leg and your weak leg and your strong leg. None of that jumping jack. Simple, straight up, uni level. Whether you go wide, you can have 80 people direct to you, 12 people direct to you, 5 people direct to you. But all those people represent the individual teams because when they also share, there will be other people in their network, right? So when you have $10,000 and two other teams who became VIP1, you become VIP2, you collect 30%. Guys, this is daily, 7 days a week, every single day. You're getting 30% of your team's daily profits. But here is the catch, right? There's a catch, and I'm going to explain. If someone is a VIP2, for example, you're a VIP2, you shared with me, right? I got excited, I became a VIP1. You also shared with Gideon, right? He's direct to you. He got excited, he became a VIP1, right? Now, what the system is saying is that if I'm a VIP1 and you're a VIP2, if my team makes $100 a day, I get the 20%. You cannot get 30% on the entire team's ROI. You're going to get 30 minus 20. You're going to get the difference, right? From my team alone. If someone else is not ranked, you get the whole 30%. If you have somebody else making $500 a day and they are VIP zero, you will get paid the entire 30%. But if someone else happens to be VIP one from their team going forward, you get the difference 10%. But guys, when I last checked, 10% is still a big number, right? It's not 1%, it's not 5%. This is 10% of the daily profits. So if somebody brings in $100 a day on their team, you still get $10 a day. If they bring in $1,000 in profits on their team every day, you still get $100 a day, right? So this got very, very interesting, right? VIP3, this is someone who has 30,000 in team volume, right? So once again, you find other people who got excited, who are making money. Somebody can invest $500 because they can afford to risk that. Somebody says, you know what? My risk appetite is bigger. My bank is bigger, right? They come in with 50 grand. They come in with 10 grand, 8 grand, 3 grand, five, 11 grand, right? All of these numbers, everybody has a different risk level, right? Your job here is just to figure out how can you help serve somebody else? How can you create a way to help that woman, right, with two jobs, who has 2 kids, 3 kids, that needs a way to save time so she can spend it with her family, right? With that gentleman who's been working his company for years and, he's sweating, he wants to retire, but if he stops his small business, he cannot take care of his family, but he can invest. He has the money. He just doesn't know what to do, right? And he's looking for somebody to explain this crypto space because crypto is a new thing to a lot of people. They hear it on TV. They don't understand a single thing about it, folks. Only 5% of the entire world's population is involved in crypto. Think about it, 5%. If they told you only 5% of the people in your town right, have two hands, right? Just imagine. That would mean it will be a small number. So that is how you know that there's tons of people out there just waiting for you to just say, hey, I found a way and I want to help you. And they will be very, very appreciative. But we know that in this life, we have two types of reward, the one we receive here and the one beyond what we think we can receive, right? So the more people you help, is well known across many industries, the more wealth you will create for yourself. Go out there and find people you can help, okay? At this point, you're at 40% a day of your team's daily rewards, right? So if your team, you have a VIP one, you get 40 minus 20. You don't get the whole 40. If you have a VIP two, you will get 40 minus 30 of that VIP two's daily team's profits. But if you decide to share with me and I'm VIP zero, I make $100 a day, you get $40 a day. It doesn't matter whether you have 200 in your trading account, 500 in your trading account, you get paid every day because you actually help somebody else, right? So VIP 4, same thing, right? You have two other people who did the same thing, who got to the next level. Now you have 100,000 in volume. You're a VIP 4. The the people that rank up on your team, they don't have to be your directs. You can share with me. I can be a couch potato and make all the excuses in the world and share with one person. But if that one person goes along and actually shares the business, right, helps other people, and they rank up, you still go to VIP 4, right? And then so on and so forth, right? Here you go on, now you're at 50%. Think about it, 50% every day, right? So once again, if someone is a VIP one, you only earn the difference. So we get it at this point, folks, right? And we'll pass on all this information. The most beautiful part is that if you go in the app, it's already there, right? They have all of this in the app, and we'll go into the app very shortly. So, folks, this is how this entire compensation plan works, all the way down to 100% check match, right? Now, there's a reason why I want to highlight this 100%, because when I looked at this, I really got shocked. For a second, for a split second, my analytical brain told me, Kojo, how is this even possible? How can a company pay somebody an ROI? Let's say, for example, you make $1,000 a day from your own money. You put in 100,000, you're earning, for example, $1,000 a day. Then they are saying that if there's a VIP nine who introduce you, right, and you are unranked, they are willing to pay or able to pay that VIP nine the exact amount that you made, $1,000, when it wasn't their money, right? So I was like, wait, there has to be a mathematical way to prove that this compensation is not a Ponzi, meaning that they are not paying with other people's money. I get that if someone is in a different rank, you get the difference. So that means that the entire plan is only capped at 100%. It's not 190, 180. No. If someone is 100 at VIP 9, but you have VIP 8, they never get the 100%. They only get 10%, right? So it's still at 100% difference, right? So, okay, I said I have to find a way to prove this, right? So I went back on the plan, and we're going to do it, guys, because we know how to add, we know how to subtract, we know how to multiply, we know how to divide, right? So let's go back. This is where it all made sense, okay? So here we're going to use an example of $1 million, right? Let's say the AI has produced $1 million in profits. Now, what the company is saying is that when it makes that profit, in investors, they don't get the whole thing, right? The profits goes beyond just investors. It's for the entire sorry, ecosystem. So investors only receive 45% of this profit. So that would be 450,000 shared between all the investors based on how much each person invested and their ROI is paying them. If you had 0.9% on $1,000, you're going to wake up every day and your $9 is sitting there waiting for you, right? If you put in $10,000 and you're at 0.9%, every day when you wake up, your 90 bucks is waiting for you. You don't have to do anything other than withdraw it and enjoy it, right? So now here, VIP rewards. So this is where I started to do the calculation. I said to myself, In order for a VIP 9 to be able to make money and this compensation plan will be legit, that means that the company has to put down another 450,000 for the VIP rewards. Guys, I want you guys to help me out, right? I don't want to do this alone. What is 54% of $1 million? Please type it in the chat, guys. What is 54% of $1 million? I believe the first person to answer will give you $10, right? $10 in USDT. Free money. Just reach out to us in the groups after the Zoom and we'll send that to you instantly, right? Somebody says 54K. Is that correct? Out of $1 million, 54% of $1 million, folks. Another 54K. I don't think so. Maybe it could be, right? Who else? Who else has another answer? $540. Let's get some more answers, folks. There has to be other answers, right? There has to be some more answers, folks, right? Somebody says 54,000. Somebody says, nice, 540K. Got it. 540,000. The first answer came from Good News CrowdVest. So please make sure you talk to the person that invited you or your sponsor. Reach out to me. I have $10 in USDT to give you, right? So folks, that is the correct answer. That will be 540,000, right? I I believe money is always an incentive for people to pay attention. So we know people are paying attention, right? So here we have 540K. So that means that if you subtract 450,000 from 540,000, you still have a balance of 90K. Folks, this company has more money to pay out the VIP rewards than it actually has to pay. So there is even more funds available for some of the community promotions that they're offering. We're going to show you today how you can have this company pay for your office. You heard me right. If you want to have a dinner party, we'll show you how this company will pay for your dinner, right? If you want to do a small local event, a seminar, we'll show you how this company can pay for it. You don't need any special favors. You don't have to know any upline. You do it all through the application. So now the next thing, the most important thing now, I believe, is everyone is figuring out where can we find all of this good news on this application that we speak about. Guys, give me just a few seconds and I will connect on my phone and I will share with you this information, okay? Okay, so I just connected on my device. In the next second, give me 1 second to get this thing going. And once you guys see the connection on the phone, please once again drop a 1 in the chat so I will be able to see that my screen is sharing on the phone. Great. So this is the application, folks. Simple, user-friendly, right? This is not complex. Doesn't have a lot of different digits and numbers flying all around. Simple application, not confusing colors, not 8 different colors, on here. Very simple, white background, blue, and some images, right? So anyone can use this, right? Um, Now we want to look at the products and services first, because once again, if you are an AI company, technology company, and you have no real products and services, and you're only offering ROI, I believe you're not really in the game. You're really not in the game because you can offer a lot more than just helping people make money. So here we are going to put this company to the test. Can they prove to us that they have a real AI assistant that actually works? Well, let's go. They have multiple AI assistants, right? We're going to pick the most complex one, for example, okay? We call this the programming assistant. So what does this AI do? It's a programming assistant that can help you write code. It can help fix any errors in your code. it can simplify the programming process, meaning that today you do not have to know how to be a developer, but you can take on the title as a developer. You can go on Fiverr, go on Facebook, and put an ad and say, I can help you write code. I can help you build a website, build an animation. I charge $100 for my services, $20 deposit for consultation, right? In the whole month, you can get 10 people that will pay you $100 because people need services, right? You would make $1,000 a month and you're coming here for free. You're not even paying this company. You're using their AI for free. Where else would you find this, folks? I have never seen anything like this in the entire passive income industry, right? So let's go ahead and put it to the test. So we're going to talk to this AI. So as a animation developer at Pixar, help me create the code for a fish in a glass tank swimming from left to right by providing me the code, right? So let's see, right? Can this AI do it? If it doesn't, it would tell us it can't, or it would ask us to rephrase this question. But folks, wow, I didn't even finish my statement in less than 30 seconds. Well, actually in less than 2 or 3 seconds, right? He says, I am glad to help with the basic concept for animating a fish in a glass tank. Can you imagine this, right? I charge somebody, I say, look, I can make an aquarium, a picture frame, you can put it in your home. I'm selling it online digitally. It costs $50 to $100. Why? Because a real aquarium might cost you a couple hundred, if not $1,000, right? So you have some kids at home, you will pay me $100 for this, right? Guess what? I didn't have to do it myself. Let's look at the entire code. They wrote the language in HTML and CSS. Okay. So here you have the width, the height, position, all in there, right? Color change, right? Orange. So it has background color, radius, right? I don't know how to code, folks, but some of you might. Keyframe, swim, left to right. Can you imagine? And it says this code creates a simple animation of a fish moving from left to right of the tank. Now we can adjust all this. I can go back and tell the I want the fish to look like the character Nemo, right? From that movie, right? I want the fish to be a shark, right? So now it'll be a shark. And I want the water to have bubbles in it. I can start telling it all these different things. By the time I'm done, I have an entirely well-built animated video of a fish swimming in a tank from left to right while bubbles is flowing through the water. Can you imagine what's going on today? This is what AI can do. This is what AI can do today for you and for me. And you get to use this for free, folks. You have a huge incentive to grow your own Fortune 500 company, your own locally acclaimed business, all from using AI on your phone. So we know the AI products are real, right? So great. Now let's look at the trading. So I don't at this point, I don't even doubt the fact that they have an AI that can trade because that's nothing, right? People have been trading for years. But if you can get an AI to build me all these different things, I'm seriously impressed. So now I want to look at the trading, right? So I go in there, I click the performance. We can see the performance chart throughout the entire year. That's fine, that's good. That didn't impress me. What impressed me was the fact that this company is transparent enough to tell you where they have invested our crypto. So they are trading futures on crypto exchanges, right? Leverage trades, but they have divided the annual fund portfolio into 16.8% Bitcoin, 12.24% Ethereum, 4.96% XRP, and the list goes on. They tell you where everyone's money has been divided into inside of this AI fund. Okay. Now I will click on Bitcoin, for example. Okay. Then I'll refresh the page, right? We want to see the most recent history. Now, guess what, folks? This company is transparent enough to show you profits and losses. Imagine that, right? We've been in many companies. They make it seem like it's sunshine every day. They just wake up and there's no loss, just profit, 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 profit. That's not real. This company is telling you, even while they trade, they take certain losses, right? So you can be in a trade, right? You can have two trades running. One gives you $1,000 of profit. The other one, you lose $400. It doesn't mean you lost money. No, your net income is $600. So you actually did make a profit, just that it's not the whole 1,000 because you did take a loss. And that's what these guys are doing, right? They trade in one direction going up and trade in another direction going down. So they will take a loss here, but a win here, a bigger win here, and a little loss here. And at the end of the day, today they made 1.98% in the annual fund. So they didn't make the exact 2% they were projecting to make, but they made 1.98%. That is great, folks. Think about it, right? That is extremely efficient, right? And what even impressed me the most is the current holdings. Now, this is where my mind got blown. I haven't seen a company in this space show you their live trades, at least not in the last 4 years. Their live trades, right? So they don't care if you're copying their trades. They're not looking at that. They're telling you, look, guys, we can actually do this. And our AI is faster than you. Our AI is better than you. And so you can decide to play around and copy us, or you can let us actually make you the money, and that is a level of transparency that you don't find in this passive income space, right? So they're doing a 14x trade. They got into Bitcoin at 82,252. They're only risking 0.51% margin, and it's going in their direction. They're already at 0.89%, $113. So they put in multiple trades per second, like you can see here. So all of this adds up. So just imagine they're averaging about $400 profit a trade, right? And they do hundreds, if not thousands a day. Folks, you can scroll and get to the end and it loads up again. I've been doing this on every Zoom. Sometimes I even sit back in my own comfort of my time and I keep scrolling and I get tired. I'm like, wait, how many trades did it take today? It's incredible. AI can close trades in microseconds. Look at this example. Closing time on this trade at the top is 14:03:01. The next trade closed again in 14:03:01. The next trade again closed in 14:03:01. Can you close three trades in less than a microsecond? No, AI can do it. So this AI is incredibly fast. So this is what we have today, and I got impressed, right? So they have announcements, all that kind of stuff. Even the CEO and the CTO, they made an announcement recently. Some people did an event. They were just displaying that to let you know. And today, guys, there's a couple of promotions I want you to be aware of before we close today's meeting. If you're here and you're willing to really change your finances, change your life in a way that, yes, many people have said it on Zoom, but here we have a solid opportunity to do this, right? Think about it. You only need one good year to really change your life. And if you can take AIFEEX to the next level and not just be passive, not just have excuses, you can literally make a lot of money. But not only that, this company is willing to support all leaders. You heard me right. They are willing to support all leaders. You don't have to come and hit my phone up for a favor. You don't have to call up your sponsor and ask for favors. You just have to take your own initiative, complete the task, and they will refund you, or they would actually give you a bonus. Let me put it that way for doing that. So here's the first promotion that's going on for all new members that are joining this company today. I would say, please take massive action. Get with the person that invited you, because this might not run forever, right? It's for a certain limited time, but you want to take advantage of it. Get with your sponsor, get the link, download the app, register, username and password only, and you're in the game. Deposit your crypto, start investing. Once you become a VIP1, a VIP1 is someone who has only 3,000 in team sales, meaning that you can sign up and you can create an account under your own self, right? If you have funds and put the 3,000 and you're a VIP one. Think about it, right? But just make sure you come and read all the different regulations or requirements. They will send you $500 if you can put 15 people or more in a room and do a presentation. That's it, right? You have to print some logos and banners. It's all in the app. Download the app, give your sponsor if you need more explanation, or customer service can explain to you inside the app as well. Okay. So that's the one for newcomers, right? Then there's another promotion, and this is where it gets exciting. If you can get to the rank of VIP 4 and above, what this company is saying is that if you want to have a gala dinner, a banquet for you and your team, because at this point you've had some success, you have a team, maybe some of them are local, right? Or you can tell your other leaders to do it and you can apply for it and get the bonus to, help grow your team in other countries by having them go sit down and have dinner and celebrate your success. You have to be a VIP 4 and above. For every table of 10 people, they will give you $300. So imagine you have 30 people in your team, right? You create 3 tables, 10 people each, right? And some countries, or a plate of food for dinner, or lunch, or even breakfast buffets is for like $5, right? Some places it's 10, some places it's $20, right? But think about it. All depends on your region. Find what's convenient, affordable. You can literally, spend maybe just a couple $100, but walk away with $900. Walk away with $1,000. Walk away with $1,500. Because if you're a VIP 4, they will allow you to have 5 tables. That's $1,500 they will give you if you organize your own banquet. You submit all the proof, they send you the funds in 24 hours. Amazing company, folks. This is amazing. I haven't seen anything like this, right? It doesn't end there, right? All the way to VIP 7, 30 tables, right? 300 a table is $9,000. I don't know where you're coming from, but 9,000, you can literally hire, a chef who can make dinner for 100 people or something, right? Or more for maybe 2 to 3 grand, but you can collect $9,000. That's exciting, right? Think about it. So now the next part is the global studio requirement. So what this company is saying is that they want to expand and have a presence, a physical presence in different countries, right? So they're expanding. They cannot do this on their own. Why? Because they're not using the traditional methods, right? They are using affiliate marketing model. So we are reps who are helping expand this company. So you decide to do the same, you can go pick your own office, right? Maybe you look in your town, you look in your city, you've always been looking to have an office for your own business, right? Some of you, I see we have a barrister on here, right? I know some of you already, you have your own companies. Maybe you want a place to work from, right? Hey, you get a place, you have to brand it all AIFEEX, right? It's going to have to represent the company, but you can still do your own private affairs in there, right? Right. And at this point, you will apply. You take your contract, you pay for the place, you decorate the place, you got to take up the course, right? That's why you have to be a VIP 5 first. At that point, you're probably making thousands a day, hundreds of dollars a day. You can afford to at least, put the seed money down. And when you're done, submit all the proof of the office, video, pictures, everything is all in the app. You don't need anyone to break anything down. But once again, if you do, we are always available as a team. We're here to support and make sure you're growing your own community, right? But everything is all here. Once you're done, you submit it, they send you $7,500. Some countries, an office space is rented for $500 a month. Think about it. You're collecting 7,500. It doesn't end there. They would require you to do an event once a day for 5 days out the week. Every day, 5 days out the week. If you do this every month, they will send you an additional $2,500 for maintenance and upkeep of your office. My mind was blown when I found this. I've been in companies, we've put our blood, sweat, and tears, and all they did was give us a pat on the back They put a little banner in the back office. Congratulations, sir. You did so well. 3-star bonus. Give you a couple $100 and that was it, right? Company makes all the money. This is not the case. They are investing in the leadership. They are investing in you. You open up your AI office. Now you're the AI company in your town. You're now taking contracts to build websites, to build all these things for people. You have a few people in there using AIFEEX software to build websites, to build apps, to build all these things for people. You are charging them money, and the company is still taking care of you. Where else would you find an opportunity like this? Please do not sleep on opportunity and be praying and praying and praying and saying life is hard when God Himself is giving you an opportunity. What is opportunity? Preparation meets timing. The time is now. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. The time is now. The opportunity is here. The only question is, are you prepared? Even if you're in the most tough of financial conditions, $100 in USDT will get you started today, folks. And at this point, I bring this meeting to an end. Guys, I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. Once you have the app, you can always join their chat group. Inside the app, they have over 66 or 67,000 people online every single day. Wow. Every single day. Right now, there's a lot of people online. People are chatting, right? It says, somebody's talking about the AI. Look at it, right? Everybody's excited. Different countries around the world, and you can do the same. Okay. So I'm going to stop the presentation at this point. But before we end this call, guys, I want to leave you with what I call the formula for success. Okay. So those of you that did stay on long enough, I believe you're interested in building a business out of this. So I want to help you with the same information that I received, right? Even though I received this information a little bit later on after I started, I was still in the learning phase, but I don't want to keep this to myself. I want to make sure when you come in, you have the entire blueprint to succeed, right? So this is how it works. If you're building your team, and you don't have to do this, folks, this is just a suggestion. Do exactly as you please. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not anyone's, you know, I'm not the authority to tell you what to do. But yes, I am a leader, and I believe duplication is important. I serve my community. I lead, and I show exemplary leadership through able to actually help and serve people. So here, this is what worked for me. This is what worked for a lot of people here, right? You can get started. Minimum is 100, right? That's fine. You can help 2 people get started, right? 1,000, 10,000, whatever, right? All the numbers, we're just using the minimum at this point. Then you teach them to do the same. Say, hey, talk to 2 friends, right? But people can always add more than 2, right? It's unilevel. You can have more going here. This person can have more going here. This person can have more going here. And I mean, basically that's you, right? At the top. You can have more going here and here. This guy can have more going here. And this person can have more going here. Okay. Everybody can do what they want. But if you start your team like this, quickly make sure you build this as fast as possible. I explained to you why this is important to do it in the fastest possible time. Success likes speed. Procrastination excuses, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. So if you can hit even VIP3, which requires 30,000 in volume, meaning that your entire organization has a total of 30,000, everything under this red line. So this person, 100, 105,000, 2,000, 800, 900, 600, 15,000, whatever people are putting in. If it adds up to this and you have 2 VIP2s and VIP1s here, that's it. Even if they're not direct to you and these guys become the VIP2s, same thing, you become a VIP3. Why is it important? 30,000 in volume is nothing. This is only 10 people with $3,000. That's it. That's it. This could be 100 people with $300. That's it, right? But if one person comes in with 10K, they have cut the entire work short for you. Now you just need just a couple more people. right? So it's not really a numbers thing as far as having a lot of people. It's about the volume and having the right setup, right? But now they're telling you that you are entitled to 40%. This is where it really gets important. You are entitled to 40%. When is the next presentation, Mr. Cecil? We have it on Friday, okay? For the last presentation of the week on Friday. And then next week we resume presentations. We'll send out the new schedule, right? So 40% of every dollar that would now be made from, for example, your investors. So right now you bring on investors, right? Investors are VIP zeros. These are people who want to stay passive. They have no interest, especially people that are already successful making money. They probably just want to multiply their money, have other streams of income. And I'll give you my an analogy of the tree. We'll do that probably after the video is uh, paused or the recording is stopped, right? But you bring on some investors, right? And what happens? Now your investors, this guy makes 100 a day, $80 a day, 200 a day, 50 a day, 90 a day, 45 a day. Add it all up. Let's call it $1,000 a day that your investors alone are making. You get $400 every day. Where do you think you would be in the next 1 year when you're able to set this up in your first 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, 1 week? You're already making $400 a day. In 10 days, you make $4,000. In 10 days, you're making most Americans, I believe, paychecks. And these are people with the good jobs, right? $4,000 a month net income. You're collecting that in 10 days like it's nothing. That's the importance of having an online business, a passive income investment that grows your money and where you can teach people to duplicate and grow their money. And now you're winning with your team. Everybody wins. This guy wins, this person wins, this person wins, this person wins, and you win. Even the investor who never shares always collects their 0.9% a day. Instant withdrawals. No 72 hours, no 24 hours, instant withdrawals, right? So, folks, and you haven't even talked about the rest of this, right? So here you're probably making another, maybe what, 150 a day, right? You had $550 a day, right? Did you have to get a degree? No. Did you have to climb the mountain? No. All you did was sit on your phone, sit on your couch, go on your phone and say, "Hi, how you doing? We haven't spoken in a while. Last time we spoke, I know you said you had some financial issues. I found a way for you to make money online. I need you to come check this information out. Come on a Zoom, watch the recording, go through all the documentation, make sure you are comfortable. But the minute you are, please take massive action." That's it. That's it. You do this, what, 3, 4, 5 times a day. You talk to 5 people every day. One says yes. In 30 days, your entire organization is at 30 plus whoever they decided to bring in. You are now a millionaire. Do not let this opportunity pass you by. So, folks, once again, I want to say thank you for being on here. Final one. We've been on here for a while, but I got one last one for you, right? And here, income disclaimer, this is not to tell you that this is guaranteed. This is what people are making on a minimum, okay? So it gives you an idea of what you can do, right? VIP twos are on a minimum making about $600 a month. VIP threes are on a minimum making about $2,000 a month, right? VIP fours on a minimum are making around $6,000 a month, right? Why do we know this is the minimum? I personally know a VIP three member who's on this call right now who makes around $220 every day. Last time I checked, it could be a lot more right now, but last time I checked, he's making $220 a day, right? And let me use my calculator, right? The math is not that solid, right? But at 220 a day times 30 days, this individual is making $6,600 a day, a month. Remember, VIP three, the minimum is 2,000 a month. This individual is making $6,600 a month, right? We know of a few VIP fours, right? who are making 500 a month. What's 500? Sorry, 500 a day. 500 a day is not 6,000. It's $15,000 a month, right? We heard about a VIP9, I think based out of Japan or Korea, right, who's taking this business by storm. They shared with hundreds of people in their country, if not thousands. And, we expect that the minimum, they said, is around $648,000 a month. Folks, this is not a year. This is life-changing income, generational wealth, especially depending on what country you're in. In fact, it doesn't matter. If you're in the United States of America, I don't care if you live in Hollywood, Beverly Hills. If you make 650K a month, you are a legend, right? And we have somebody doing about 35 to 45,000. Let's just say around $40,000 a day, right? Yes, you heard me right. Every day. So $40,000 a day in 30 days is 1.2 million a month, not a year. 1.2 million a month. What are you doing that's paying you 1.2 million a month? Please text me right now and I'll look into it. Okay, so folks, this is why some of us have decided to go on a mission, right? To empower folks like us, our friends, our families, the people we work with a real solid opportunity that can help change their lives, right? So, folks, I'm going to stop the recording at this point, and I want to